probably not the best idea I've ever had to go after the most beloved people on YouTube right now as my first video. Welcome to Cloudy with a Chance. I'm Cloudy, and today we have a chance of ranting about rich people on YouTube. So if you weren't one of the 142 million collective views that this series had, let me do a 10-second recap. Shane Dawson and Jeffree Star create makeup, film the process, and put it on YouTube. So what? Well, the results of this were massive record-breaking sales for Jeffree Star Cosmetics, millions and millions of dollars in profit, and probably one of the most genius and manipulative marketing campaigns in the whole evil history of marketing. Now, the real intellectuals would take this opportunity to offer a deep socioeconomic analysis, discuss the ethics of advertising, why brainwashing is inherently a bad thing, the disastrous effects on democracy and exploitation of society in general. I'm not an intellectual, so I'm just gonna rant about how kind of shitty this whole thing is and generally be a hater. I don't know about you, but for me, watching this series was like a horrifying nightmare of capitalism and manipulation gone wild. I see this sentiment repeated a lot, which is like, I would buy this just for X. I would buy this just for Shane. I would buy this just for Tanner. And I think that this is the sentiment that I really want to talk about, and I really want people to change their minds. Who the fuck is gonna have their opinion changed by someone with this haircut? It's just kind of frightening that these people, these top people in the elite, have so much power over you that you're literally publicly exclaiming that you don't even have a purpose or a desire for this product that you're about to spend your money on. You would buy this product just for that person who doesn't give a flying fuck about you. Funny how there was this reoccurring theme of like talking about numbers on camera. They're trying to be so open and edgy, and they're like exposing the industry, and no one's ever done this before. So where's the final number count? Oh, that's right. It's literally never mentioned again because you've already bought all the bullshit they were setting up for you. They don't really care about being open, and they don't want to remind you that you just made millions of dollars. Shane is talking about this business venture that he once had where he created sunglasses. It wasn't very successful. But he doesn't say that. He says, nobody bought my sunglasses
at one point, and nobody bought them, and there was like a warehouse of sunglasses, and I was like so embarrassed. So I don't know.
I'm almost certain that at least one person bought those sunglasses. So not nobody, but at least one somebody. The individual is dismissed when they don't meet their goals. But when they do meet their goals, suddenly the language around the individual changes. Suddenly it's, oh my God, you guys did this for me. I love every single one of you. I appreciate every single one of you who not only bought my palette, but also supported me throughout my journey. Well, you didn't appreciate that one person who bought your sunglasses. So what is it that you're appreciating? The working class are simply a means to an end for the elite, and their language reflects it. I'm not trying to say that rich people are evil. I mean, come on. I've read Let's Get Serious, Wealthy People Are Not Evil. Amit Sethi writes on his blog, I will teach you to be rich.com, promoting his best-selling book, I Will Teach You to Be Rich. But what I'm saying is there is some trickery happening. You are being hoodwinked. Hey yo, it's editing Cloudy here. I thought I'd just add this in because I really felt like I did not make the main point of my whole video in when I was filming it because I was just genuinely so high on coffee. I couldn't feel my own face. I was in like a coffee-induced existential spiral. So anyway, I thought I'd just mention it here. Basically, what I was trying to say is that there's a really specific and obvious structure to the way that advertising and YouTubing advertising works. And basically, it's just like you see something from the beginning, whether it's a product or a person. So you see like Shane Dawson 10 years ago and you follow him throughout all these years. You've spent so many hours watching him. You have a very long exposure time. And then the result of that is basically you feel very attached to the end product. And that's exactly what the Shane and Jeffree series was all about. It was just about getting an extremely long exposure time. So yeah, that's it. Maybe you genuinely love that 3-piece scandalous underwear set from Tana Mojo. But if not, if it wasn't for the person attached to the name of the brand, well, you have to ask yourself, why? Because these people are already successful. These people are already rich. So what kind of support are you giving them? My best friend actually made an interesting comment to me when we were discussing this series. She said, I feel like we've come full circle back to worshipping millionaires in an ironic, loving way. We're like, haha, it's funny, they're funny, so it's okay. Multimillionaire is not only asking, but manipulating you, a probably lower to middle class person, into buying a product that's going to make them $20 million. A product that you might not even really be able to afford, that you're going to have to sacrifice something for, that you're going to have to save for. I don't even know what that means, but like I'm upping. Oh my God, there's also this part in the Jeffree Shane series where Jeffree and Shane are in the warehouse that their eyeshadows that they picked the colors for. No shade, but they picked the colors. They're in the warehouse where these factory workers are working, making the product, and they're standing there crying and they're like, oh my God, look, like our baby's coming to life. When these factory workers are just like in the background, these like unnamed, not talked about, completely ignored throughout the whole series, like anonymous cogs in the machine in the background. I don't know about you, but I feel like this is saying something, but I'm not quite sure what it is, but also it's like kind of weird. I feel like more and more young people are coming around to more classical Marxist ideas like, hey, maybe your boss isn't your friend. Maybe the people at the top really are exploiting the people at the bottom. I haven't really seen the same amount of criticism extend towards top influencers and creators, at least like in the mainstream general sense. Like I know people in like the fucking academia world are talking about it and armchair philosophers are talking about it, but no one's reading the Journal of Media Studies. They're on YouTube, you know, and this information has to reach the masses. Otherwise, it may as well be useless, in my opinion. I feel like part of the reason why the criticism hasn't reached the general mainstream is because I genuinely feel like a big part of the support of these people is perhaps an unconscious affirmation that you too could reach this level. You too could achieve this. If this person gets it and I support them, then maybe I could get it and people would support me. And like, yeah, but like also nah. Ying. People have always spent their money on ridiculous things. And what's really the big difference if I spend my money on Uber Eats because I live in a share house with no food in the fridge, or if I'm buying a creator's makeup palette? Well, for one, I don't feel a sense of moral obligation to advocate for the CEO of Uber Eats through material means, e.g. money. And I certainly don't feel rewarded by it. However, when I buy that $15.95 three-piece scandalous underwear set by Tana Mojo, I'm suddenly part of the club, the fam. I actually feel powerful in a way. I single-handedly, directly supported someone I like's success. And this is why the repetition of those phrases, you guys did this for me, I love you all, I appreciate every single one of you, I wouldn't be here without you. That's what those phrases are designed to make you feel. It's a web of deeply complex socio-political and economic factors, and made even more complex with this whole influencer thing. They're your pal, your old mate, your friend who you've watched, you've developed a sort of relationship with, a one-sided relationship if that, but a relationship nonetheless to you. It's real. You've watched them cry, you've watched them grieve, you've watched them celebrate, you've probably even watched them apologize multiple times. The problem isn't that you're just buying useless stuff that you don't need or becoming, a mindless consuming robot. The problem is it's threatening democracy. One of the most fundamental tenets of democracy is that people have free will and people are informed. And well, I think we know about how that informedness is going these days.
The continued controversy over fake news, misinformation, and hate speech on the internet.
The thing that really pisses me off about these top creator people sucking the money out of you is that I think that the social media advertising tactics are just neck level brainwashing. And well, that's just not very democratic, is it? Hee mom, hi, look, I'm a liberal on YouTube now.
Democracy is dead, and we have killed him.
I recently watched one of the most surreal pieces of performance art I have ever seen in my life, and I live in Melbourne. It's a video by beauty YouTuber Jaclyn Hill called FaceTiming Subscribers While I Do My Makeup. It's fairly straightforward. Hill video calls various fans, telling them how cute and how sweet they are, and she sends them all of her makeup, her products, while they fawn over her. One thing that really struck me, I couldn't help but notice a bit of a theme throughout these calls. Fans were always young, seemingly working class, with comments like, I had to save so much money to get your palette, or oh my god, I saved up all my money for 6 months so I could buy your highlighter, while she sits in a $1 million mansion, iced up jewelry, not drugs, calling these people cute for buying her products. The whole thing is honestly so bizarre, and you can see there's this complete disconnect, all this bling on. She's FaceTiming these people who are oh my god, I sacrificed so much so I could buy your product. And she's laughing and interacting with the people behind her camera.
You are so cute. I'd die for you. She's I'm literally screaming. She's whispering. I'm literally screaming right now. She was so cute.
It just feels so dystopian to me. I don't know why. I don't know really how to put my finger on it. I don't know what words to use to describe the feeling that I get from watching this.
Oh my gosh.
Your highlighter was the first highlight I ever bought.
I didn't even wear it for 2 years because I just didn't wear a highlighter.
Oh my gosh. You bought it just because it was my name?
Yeah.
Oh, you have no idea how much that means to me. It's literally people like you that have put me where I am.
I feel like the most common The most obvious objection to this whole thing is like, well, you buy other products from, I mean, you buy things generally, and every time you buy something, it is making the person at the top rich. So isn't this just the same? It's just actually better because at least we can see the people at the top, and somehow it's better. Buying like toothpaste, for example. Like, you're gonna buy toothpaste. I mean, hopefully. So there are things that you buy out of necessity that, yeah, it sucks that someone's, you know, has a monopoly on that and is definitely, you know, marking up their prices so much and probably using slave labor. And yes, they have advertising too, and they have also brainwashing, manipulative advertising so that you only want to buy McLean's toothpaste. This is something else. The deep love and affection and the feeling of wanting your friend, your best friend, your lover to succeed is now part of a product, is part of a brand. And that's just fucking scary. Like I said before, I feel like there's now some like moral obligation to be a part of this club. Like, you like a content creator, well, how much do you like them?
And I like didn't even wear it for like 2 years because I just didn't wear highlighter.
Oh my gosh.
YOLO, the climate change apocalypse is coming soon, so like may as well go off now while you can. All I'm saying is think twice about it. This is all just like so whack, and every single day I see something that's like leading more and more to like this Oh, I think my Tana Mojo scandalous underwear set's just arrived. Join me next time when we deep dive into Jeffree Star Cosmetics is a drug front. God.